Please don't make it harder. Thank you.
Vicky Foxcroft.
Thank you so much, Gail, and it's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship. Like many other honourable and right honourable members here today, I was also inspired to take part in today's debate by two constituents who were in contact with me. The first told me about his younger sister who has cystic fibrosis. She's always been very healthy, but is now in her 30s and reaching the point at which she will need to use additional medications. As he was emailing me, his sister was on her way to hospital to undergo an operation to put a port into her chest so that she can receive intravenous antibiotics. My constituent ended his email by saying, "I understand that the NHS is under pressure, but this illness is one of the beatable ones." The second was from the parents of a 10-year-old girl named Ruby, who actually I met when I was first elected as an MP, and she came to lobby us here in Parliament as part of the environmental change lobby. Now, Ruby is a bright and optimistic girl who loves science and maths, swimming in the sea and making her emojis to send to her friends. However, unlike her contemporaries, she has to take more than 30 tablets a day to help manage her condition. She also has to nebulise further drugs and have physiotherapy every morning and evening. Her condition brings with it regular visits to hospitals for scans and tests. Although Ruby copes brilliantly with her conditions, her parents know that with each passing year, the likelihood of her health declining increases significantly. As well as the obvious effects cystic fibrosis will have on her lungs, it also carries with it a vastly increased risk of diabetes, liver disease, and chronic digestive problems. As children with cystic fibrosis grow older and begin to realise the potential impact that the condition could have on their future, it also takes a major toll on their mental health. I know this is something that Ruby's parents worry about continually. The weight of knowing that you might only live to your mid-30s is an incredibly heavy burden for a young person to carry. Now, it's not difficult to see that accessing Orkambi would have a profound effect on children like Ruby, slowing the progression of this cruel disease, if not stopping it completely. I will leave you with a few words written to me by Ruby's father, which I think perfectly sum up the impact that access to Orkambi would have on families such as his own. Whilst it is Ruby that carries by far the most weight of her cystic fibrosis, a drug like Orkambi has the potential to free all of us in her family and the families of so many other children with cystic fibrosis from the sometimes overwhelming worries about the future, knowing that next week, next month, next year, a new infection or a new problem could arise, and a downward spiral that has taken the lives of so many with cystic fibrosis could begin. We know society has to balance the cost of treatments for all with the needs of individuals. We know society has difficult choices to make, but we believe there is a resolution that can do just that by bringing together the brilliance of science and a health system that is and always should be free for all. Enabling access to treatments like Orkambi would literally change our daughter's life for good.
Marianne Fellows.
Thank you, Sir Roger.